there's an all-star lineup for the May Day Bank Holiday on BBC One. At 2:25, we're off to Waterloo with Rod Steiger as Napoleon, facing his final battle.
Wellington's on the run. I caught him at Catabra. He's retreating.
If he's retreating, what are you doing here?
Where were the reinforcements you promised me?
Don't you dare criticize me!
By God, that man does war honor.
At 5 o'clock, the first stop is the Battersea Big Top for an international circus gala featuring some of the circus world's most spectacular performers, including Grimble the Clown. At 6:10, we're off to the Highlands, where eagles fly, a remarkable study of the golden eagle.
The wingspan exceeds the height of most tall men, enabling the eagle to sail far and wide over the huge areas of its home range with the minimum of effort.
Then at 8:40, take the Beverly Hills connection to Hollywood for a fast-moving thriller starring James Brolin.
Oh, police!
Hey, you turkey, those tires cost me $500 a pop!
Highlights of a sparkling May Day on BBC One.
In half an hour, we're back in Australia for our regular afternoon date with Melbourne Suburbia and those neighbours.
Now on BBC One, the bank holiday lunchtime news from the newsroom of South today. Good afternoon to you. Police are investigating the cause of the fire which destroyed part of the Royal Pier in Southampton this morning. The fire started just after 7 o'clock. The flames quickly spread throughout the old Mecca ballroom at the sea end of the pier. Within minutes, the flames had ripped through the derelict wooden building. At the height of the blaze, more than 70 firemen were involved. Firefighting tugs from Southampton docks were also called in. It took more than 3 hours to bring the blaze under control, but nobody was hurt. The Cunard liner, the QE2, is due to arrive in New York in about an hour's time after a troubled 5-day cruise from Southampton. It's her first transatlantic cruise since a major refit in West Germany, and there's been a series of problems with faulty plumbing and air conditioning. The cinema is closed, and so are the swimming pools. The passengers have already been offered a 40% refund, and the crew are to get a £180 bonus. A press conference on board, planned for this afternoon, has been cancelled by Cunard. Dangerous drugs used as a heroin substitute have been lost in Portsmouth. 28 5-milligram tablets of Ficeptone, usually prescribed to heroin addicts, were lost on Saturday in the Commercial Road area of the city. A spokesman for Hampshire Police said the drug had been described by a doctor as potentially lethal in the wrong hands. Police at Chichester are warning parents and children about a middle-aged man who's been offering sweets to youngsters and following them in the streets. The man is in his 50s, about 5 feet 6 inches tall, and has a plaster above his left eye. Cricket and Sussex have made a slow start to their Benson and Hedges Cup match against Glamorgan at Swansea. They lost Alan Green in the 14th over with only 20 runs on the board. The latest score we have is Sussex 55 for 1 off 22 overs. It's the final day of the Surrey-Pakistan match at the Oval. Surrey are 198 for 7 in reply to the tourists' first innings of 195. Soccer now, and both Portsmouth and Bournemouth are playing matches which could finally win promotion for them. Portsmouth need only to draw in their away match against Crystal Palace to earn a place in the First Division. The half-time score in that match is Crystal Palace 0, Portsmouth 0. And Bournemouth will be promoted to the Second Division for the first time in their history if they can win at Fulham. The half-time score there, Fulham 0, Bournemouth 0. And the final score in the Fourth Division match between Colchester and Aldershot is Colchester 0, Aldershot 1. And that's good news for Aldershot because it enhances their promotion chances. Just a word, if I may, about South today. 6:05 this evening, Jane White and John Hughes with the news and sport of the region. 6:05 on BBC One. Now then, the weather forecast for us, and most places remaining dry with a fair amount of sunshine. Temperatures reaching 13 degrees Celsius, 55 Fahrenheit.